Hi guys, hi class, happy Thursday. I am back on my porch because today is even more beautiful than yesterday was. It is beautiful out, so I hope that you took some time today to sit and read outside or play some games or draw with chalk or walk in your neighborhood because today is so nice out. Today is also the first day of spring, so we're celebrating the first day of spring together from our houses. I am going to read a book to you guys today that is very, very special to me. When I was growing up, I loved Winnie the Pooh. So I know today you guys have things like Pokemon and Shopkins and lots of different toys that you guys play with. And when I was your age, my favorite thing was Winnie the Pooh. So I had Winnie the Pooh stuffed animals and Winnie the Pooh books and Winnie the Pooh everything, sheets and birthday parties that were Winnie the Pooh. So Winnie the Pooh is something that I love to remember from my childhood. So today's book is actually called Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin. And some of you guys might be thinking, well, Miss Pascal, Winnie the Pooh is really for babies, it's for kids. But Miss Pascal still loves reading books about Pooh Bear, even though I'm an adult now. So even when you guys get older, you will still cherish the books that you guys read today because they're that special to you. So I hope that you guys enjoy reading this book with me. There actually is a movie based on this book. So if you are interested, you can find the movie afterwards. But today's book is called Pooh's Grand Adventure and The Search for Christopher Robin. Figure out how you guys can see it better. Once upon the last day of a golden summer, Winnie the Pooh and his very best friend Christopher Robin shared many grand adventures in a remarkable place called the 100-Acre Wood. They chased each other through a meadow filled with butterflies. They played hide and seek in a maze of roses, and they sailed down the river on a raft just right for two. So there's Pooh and Christopher Robin. As the sun went down and the fireflies began to blink, Christopher Robin gently told Pooh, "Promise me you'll always remember. You're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." "Oh, that's easy," Pooh replied. "We're braver than a bee, and taller than a goose, or was that a moose?" "Silly old bear," laughed Christopher Robin. "Just remember that even if we're apart, I'll always be with you." The next morning, Winnie the Pooh woke to a brightly colored leaf tickling his nose. "It's autumn!" he cried. As Pooh ambled outside to play in the leaves, he stumbled upon a honey pot. Pooh looked thoughtfully at the pot. "I'll have to find Christopher Robin and ask him whose pot this is," Pooh decided. Pooh found Piglet and Eeyore and Rabbit and Tigger too. But Christopher Robin was nowhere to be found. "Why don't you check the note and find out whose it is?" asked Rabbit, pointing to the side of the pot. "Oh," said Pooh, "there's a note, isn't there? I'd read it if I could, but I can't. Perhaps we should find out." D-E-A-R, Al began, studying the note carefully. "This is from Christopher Robin," he announced. "Oh dear, it says that he has gone to Skull, a most forbidden and faraway place." "Then we must help him," Pooh cried, and the others agreed. At once, Al began to draw a map for Pooh and his friends to follow. "This will be a long and dangerous journey," Al warned. You'll find Christopher Robin in the eye of the skull itself. And so, Pooh, Piglet, Rabbit, Eeyore, and Tigger embarked upon their quest for Christopher Robin and soon entered a dark and prickly forest of thorns. "You don't suppose," said Piglet, "that there are any heffalumps in here?" "Of course not," said Rabbit. "The map says we're in a lovely meadow. Ah, see? There's a golden Delia daffodilius." Snap went the huge plant, sending the reluctant adventurers running lickety-split towards a lighter place. On the far side of the forest, in a peaceful valley of flowers, a swarm of friendly butterflies lifted Piglet into the air. Piglet flew up so high, he was afraid to look down. Then, by chance, his foot caught Pooh's shirt and lifted him into the air too. One by one, the weary butterflies let go, and Pooh and Piglet landed softly back on the ground. "Thank you, Pooh," said Piglet. "Saving me was very brave." "You're brave too, Piglet," replied Pooh. "Braver than, something. Christopher Robin told me, but I can't remember." "You need to follow the map, Rabbit explained to his friends. "If we follow our eyes, we'll get lost for sure." "But," said Pooh, "those mountains over there look just like—" No, cried Rabbit, waving his hands in the air. Unfortunately, the map got caught on a branch and ripped in two, sending half of it blowing away in the wind. "I got it!" shouted Tigger. In his enthusiasm, Tigger bounced himself right onto a log overhanging a deep gorge, but he couldn't seem to bounce himself high enough to catch the map. Pooh and the others tried to rescue Tigger, but the log cracked and the friends dropped down into a squishy, muddy river. After so many adventures, everyone needed rest. "I wasn't strong enough to get the map," sighed Tigger. "And I wasn't smart enough to read it," said Rabbit glumly. Meanwhile, a very lonely Pooh went out to sit by himself and look up at the sky. "Christopher Robin," he said aloud to his absent friend, "I've looked all the places you aren't. I just can't find the places you are. I really don't know where else to look." At last, the tired bear closed his eyes as Rabbit gently put a blanket over him. As a sunny day dawned, and the friends reached the dreaded Skull Cave at last. But once inside, they couldn't figure out how to get to the eye of the skull to save Christopher Robin. Suddenly, Rabbit had a very smart idea, but it required some strength from Tigger to bounce high enough to reach a ledge above them. And it required Piglet to be brave enough to climb onto the ledge and throw a vine down to the others so that they could climb up. Determined to do their best, the friends set to work. "We did it," said Piglet a little while later when they all had reached the top of the cave. Just then, a huge dark shadow appeared, and it was creeping closer. "Christopher Robin!" Piglet suddenly cried. "We came to rescue you from Skull!" Later, Christopher Robin explained that he had left the note on Pooh's honey pot to let Pooh know that he was going to school, not school. Why do you have to go to school anyways? Pooh asked. To learn things, said Christopher Robin. But remember, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you. And I'll always be with you, said Pooh. Just happy to be with his very best friend. I love that book. One, because I love Winnie the Pooh, but also because of what Christopher Robin says, that even if we're not together, I will always be with you. So guys, even though I'm not together with you guys in our classroom and on our carpet right now, I am still with you. And I'm glad that you get to read these stories with me. Today's challenge, since it is the first day of spring, is for you to log on to Brain Pop Junior and to watch the spring video. So I attached the link to this post so your parents can click on it, or you guys can go through ClassLink and log on to Brain Pop and then type in spring. Either way, it'll get you there. So you can watch the video, you can do the easy and hard quiz if you want, you can do our Belly Up comic strip or the Tell a Joke. But your challenge today is to watch the spring Brain Pop video. I hope that you guys have a really great Thursday. I hope that you guys enjoyed reading Pooh's Grand Adventure with me. It's one of my favorite books from when I was your age. And I cannot wait to see you guys back here tomorrow. Missed you guys. Bye.